Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Those in the gospel abroad, lift up the standard behind Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. It's the Akli Mahalaya, coming back with another quick lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will to be edifying and edifying and uplifting to you brothers out there. Just something I was meditating on my spirit earlier and throughout the day. And the spirit, just telling me like our time is coming. It just hit me out of nowhere like our time is coming. Because you got to look at the condition we've been in as a nation of people for the last 500, 600 years. And really since the beginning of Egypt, our captivity periods, we've been in and out of captivity from the Babylonians to the Assyrians to the Egyptians to the Persians and Medes to the Greeks and to the latter half of the Romans, which is the captivity we're in today. All right, we're still in what you would call Roman captivity because America is Rome all over again, which is led by the Edomites, okay, which some people misconstrue the nation of Edom being the nation of Japhet, which that's totally not the case. All right. Japhet is another dark-skinned race of people, which will be known as the Hawaiians, the Austrians, or the Aborigines of Australia. All right, like the bell pepper nose, the little leprechaun-looking people. All right, they can be considered Japhetic peoples, and also the Hawaiian people as well. All right, so they are not the Edomites. They're not the so-called white man, because nowhere in the Bible tells you that Japhet was going to be reigning on the earth before Yahweh's return. You can't find a scripture in the Bible that proves that, and you can't use Ezekiel 38 for that instance, going into the land of God, the Magog, which is Japhetic lands, because for one thing, Esau pushed them out of there. So the Japhetic peoples, they do not reside in northern Europe and parts of Russia and Asia. They don't reside there anymore. They were pushed into the out into the aborigines of Australia and Hawaii, and they were dispersed abroad to some degree. All right, so you may have pockets of remnants of Japhetic peoples that's still in those lands, but for the most part, it's nothing but Edomites and different nations, which Esau being the primary ruler and the recipient of those nations. So Japhet is not ruling. For those of you out there that may think and I want to justify Esau and saying, well, he ain't the white man. Well, we can prove that through the scriptures, but that's a lesson for another time. But I really wanted to get into our time is coming, all right? I want to get into how we're getting ready to inherit our power, our glory, all right? Our appropriate position in Yahweh's kingdom, all right? Because only thing we've known as a nation of people is negativity, hate, disdain, disgust, anything that's consensual of evil. That's all we've been taught in this society, and basically being in America has taught us nothing but hate and to come against one another on a daily basis. So we're getting ready to pretty much get in our power. We're getting ready to be led to the promised land through the Spirit when the chariot comes to pick us up and drop us off in the land of Israel. All right, but ultimately the elect being delivered from America and around the four corners of the earth. All right, so hey, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Like what you see on the front of my screen, this is a depiction of a king right here. All right, a man of color, a so-called man of color. And even though this is just a drawing or a computer image, nonetheless, this embodies the type of masculinity, the type of power we will hold as Israelite men. All right, because the Israelite man has been the lowest man on the planet Earth for decades, for centuries. All right, and we're coming back into our power. And this is why you see men out there on the highways and the byways teaching the word week in and week out, exemplifying the power of Yahweh Shai. And these devils are getting afraid. All right, so that's just the first step of the phase. But we're going to undergo a transformation that the world is not even expecting. They're not even expecting this. It's pretty much like I believe it was a movie that came out about how aliens were supposed to invade the earth, but the fact about it is they were already there. They were just waiting to take over. They was like, what do you mean aliens gonna invade the earth? They're already here. They're living among the people. And when I heard that, I was like, that's talking about us. Because For the simple fact, we're not of this world. You know, even though we created it, we're not of this present world. We're not. We're something different. That's why the scriptures say that we should be changed in the twinkling of an eye. We're going to become the living embodiment of the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And you got to believe that. But the reality of it is, it says we're going to take over because, hey, we're going to be transferring. We're going to do something that's going to, well, the Most High is going to do a work so great in this world to the point that your greatest overseer can even predict. And this is the reason why they've been dumbing Jake down for different decades and centuries. This is why you have public school systems. This is why you have women's lib. This is why you had slavery, even though slavery was due to us going off. But slavery was to really beat the greatness out of us and to totally debase us. All right? But now we're coming into trying times, and that the Lord is getting ready to do a beautiful work here. And, hey, I want to be part of that work as well as you brothers. All right, so anyway, a couple of precepts here. This is the book of Romans 8, and I'm going to start at verse 16. It says, the Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are children of the Most High. All right? For the confusion of faith, brothers and sisters out there that may not look like Israelites, but their spirit adheres well with the word, then they're Israelites if they believe. It's spiritual. All right? It says here, and if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with the anointed, if so be that we suffer with him, and we're suffering right now. All right, we're not in our homeland. We're totally being debased. We've been being killed. We're being mistreated. You know, our women are against us. Our own brothers are against us. The world is against us. Like the so-called black man, he's pretty much he's on the endangered species list. You know, with him being public enemy number one. And guess who helps that? The black woman, the Latino woman, the Native American woman. Because she's too simple to realize that once her man is out and the end of her men, that's the end of her race. You know? But it says, if then joint heirs with the Most High and joint heirs with the anointed, it will so be that we suffer with them, that we may be glorified together. So I did a word search on that word joint heir. All right. And it says here, somebody who is an heir equals a person who will receive money, property, assets, for or a title from someone when that person dies, together with one or more other people. All right. So basically an inheritance. So we're going to inherit the good that Yahweh Shai did. He inherited eternal glory from the Heavenly Father. And we're going to inherit that same glory because he says, I go and prepare a place for you. So that's what we're waiting on. We're waiting to be transferred. We're waiting to get what was promised unto us through the Spirit and to finally be reunited with big bro Yahweh Shai, because we've been without him for so long. It's to the point, it's like, damn, did you forget about us? Because as I just specified, we're being mistreated. We're being just killed. We're being treated like trash. We get no respect. You know, we get no love. We get no type of support. We're just basically stray dogs out here. You know, we like the outcasts. We like the slums that nobody really cares about. You know, nobody's banking on us to even be great, because our nation has been totally equated with negativity for so long, to the point that's all you see when you see a man of color or a woman of color. You see nothing but negativity, because that's what the energy that Jake brings. It says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which should be revealed in us. So all this hell, this heartbreak, the shit we're going through now, this ain't got nothing on when this is the good. This is going to be like a bad dream. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be we going to forget about it. We're going to like, what? Compared to the fun we're going to have in the kingdom, compared to the things we're going to do, man, this is mediocre at best. You know? Just like somebody saying, look, I'll give you, and this might be a bad analogy, but that's like $100 trillion to a flu shot. Yeah, the flu shot hurts for a second, but guess what? You got 100 trillion right there. That shit gonna last you a lifetime. You know, and I'm using that, and that's a bad analogy, but that's the good as I can do right now, you know? But you brothers get the point. It says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time, your woman coming against you, disobeying you, Esau messing with you, Job messing with you, Jake trying to rob you, or, you know, stop you from doing what you need to do, bills piling up, debt, you know, sicknesses and mental sicknesses, body illnesses, you know, bodily injuries, all these things are compared, they're basically called sufferings. It says, of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which should be revealed in us. So we're waiting that time, brothers, because we don't know what it's like to be free. We don't know what it's like to be happy. We don't know what it's like to feel loved or loved. We don't know. We don't know how to do it because we've embodied this persona that America has put on us for so many years, to the point this is what we think it is. You know, like we believe that telling a woman or a child I love you and hugging them is an ultimate definitive definition of love, when in fact it's deeper than that, which those are forms of love, but that's on a low level, because we're going to have that love that's is going to be, it's not going to even have to be unconditional, because for the simple fact it's going to be naturally in us and we're not going to go off. We're going to know what it's like to appreciate what we have. We're going to know what it's like to appreciate the brotherhood. We're going to know what it's like to have women that appreciate us. We're going to know what it's like to appreciate our wives. We're going to know these things soon. But this present world must pass away first, which seems like it's taking forever. But believe it or not, brothers, every second on the clock is a second closer to the kingdom of heaven being established on the earth. And I believe that. You know, like I've been seeing spiritual signs for the last 2 weeks, man, you know, but it comes with balance because Satan comes in that too. You know, like I got a text message today, and it shocked the hell out of me. My own mother, and you know, this is a rarity case, you know, even if she feels the way she may not mean it, she texts me, she said such and such. She said, I'm proud of you and all that you do. I said, whoa, where'd that come from? That must have been the Most High speaking through her, or that it had to be the Spirit, because, you know, I talk to my mom from time to time and we pretty cordial. You know, we catch up from time to time, but I don't talk to her every day. You know, but she just texts me that out the blue, and I didn't even expect it. You know, and I felt the Lord felt I needed that, because, you know, I was kind of going through some, you know, just some rough patches today, but, you know, it ain't nothing that I haven't dealt with before. But, and, you know, she sent that about an hour ago, and I was like, well, thank you, I appreciate it. So I don't know if the Spirit is moving on her to see the truth, Lord's will. You know, she sees it before it's too late. If not, then, you know, I catch her on the other side. But the Spirit hopped on her to say that, you know, because a lot of times, man, you know, I feel I do work and I feel nobody's watching. But, you know, that just to discourage me. But I know brothers and sisters are getting their information, because my job is to edify. And if you built up, then I'm built up. Because at the end of the day, I'm a living sacrifice for Yahweh Shai. So as long as you brothers and sisters are getting this word and this knowledge and this truth, then, hey, I've done my job. Even if it's just one person out of 1,000 people that may disagree with it, if one person agree with it, like the scriptures say, the angels rejoice over one sinner that repented, man. So if just one of you like the video, not necessarily thumbs up, because we don't need that type of validation, but what I mean, if the video resonates in your spirit, then hey, I've done the work. I've done a good work, and I can just say, call Allah Yahweh Shemi Yahweh Shai. You know, because I have to look at it like this, and you have to tell yourselves, brothers, that you're greater than what you think you are. Think about it. Out of all the Jakes in the world, the Lord chose us to go out there with this word and teach it. That's a heavy thing to fathom. And just imagine if you're chosen. Just imagine if you of the elect. Because it's a matter of process of elimination. You know, you get a bunch of people, they all competing for something, they all in part of something. Lord called each and every last one of us. But it's just who's gonna make it. Because you can have 1,000 people, but out of that 1,000 people, it only may be room for 100 people. So what number do you fit? Shit, if I'm the 100th person, then hey, call all you have about Shemi Yahweh Shai. Because the Lord, he's cracking down. It's gonna be it's basically the last man standing in the room, which the last man represents the elect. Because there's gonna be a lot of men in this thing that have been setting the streets on fire. General Yohana blazes Times Square. But a lot of these men that Israel look up to because of the proverbial image, a lot of these men that you're gonna find out are not true men of the Lord. So we got to make our calling and election sure. And the fact that the Lord chose us out of 1,000 men. Like when I look at Jake, you know, Jake, they're great under false perception because they can play sports. Like a nigga that don't have a life, he's not embodied in the spirit of Yahweh Shah. He can go to the gym and work out 24 hours a day and be a fucking bodybuilder. You know what I'm saying? And be great in that. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to look at myself like I'm not gonna compare myself to this man. He's doing folly. You know what I'm saying? He has nothing important to do. I have a ministry to attend to, and a life, and kid. You know, work, money, stuff like that. So I had to look at it like, wow, if you're balancing all these things and you still serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, the Lord called you to do this because you can handle it. He called you to do it. And out of the rest of these men, that's a heavy position, man. That's special. And we have to keep that humble mentality about us because we want to be found worthy. But anyway, it says here, for the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestations of the sons of the Most High. Right? They like, what the hell is these sons of God at? Who are they? Where are they at? They're in your ghettos, they're on your street corners, they're on the YouTube pages, they're in your jobs, they're everywhere. But it's not obvious that it's us yet. And that's the thing that's going to take the world by storm. It's not obvious that it's us. All right? Because while people are waiting for, like what John said, he said, what do you expect to see? One chicken in the reed, roughly paraphrasing, he said, what do you expect to see? Because when people think of a prophet, they're expecting to see some great divine sign from heaven when the clouds are all glittery and you see rainbows and stuff. They expect to see stuff like that when the fact, your prophets, you're looking at them. They're just ordinary men. They just know the word. They go to work. They buy gym shoes, man. They eat Subway sandwiches. They play basketball. They do backflips. Some of them sing, rap, dance. Some of them lift weights. Some of them do martial arts. And some of them, some of them fix on cars, man. We just typical men. We just regular men. That's it. I ain't got a thing on my forehead that says prophet. No. But that's what people are suspecting to see. No. Because most people ain't going to think you're a prophet. Ain't going to look at you like, man, you ain't no prophet. I know you said you was a kid. What are you talking about, man? Come on, man. We used to fucking jump out windows and play Power Rangers and pick up fireflies and stuff. Like, you ain't no man of the Lord. You ain't no prophet. Get out of here. If it's a prophet, what I'm going to say next? Type shit. And you look at it like, nigga, I don't know what you going to say next. Because it don't work that way. But anyway, it says here, for the earnest expectations of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. For the creature was made subject to vanity. We're the creature. All right. This flesh is vanity. It's vain. Okay. Everything we do in this world, in this life, it's vanity. Period. All right. And it says here, but by reason of him who have subject in the same hope, because the creature itself also should be delivered from the bondage of corruption, which is these bodies, these minds. Okay. The scriptures tell you about the chains of darkness. You can read about that in Peter's. But it says, deliver us from bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High, when we put on the elect. Okay? It says, for we know that the whole creation groaneth, okay, the earth, the elements, even the other nations need us in power to save their ass. Because Esau he's fallen miserably. It says, and travailed in pain together until now. Okay? And it says, and not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption. That's what we're waiting on. That's why we hasten the day. That's why we pray and ask the Lord to hopefully have mercy on us, because we're only going to get on them chariots through mercy. Like, we don't have the money to afford the ticket. We just don't have it. All right? Jake, we don't have it. The first class, because it ain't no third class on the chariots, man. All right, you got first and second class. You got the 144 and the 1/3, but second class is going to be just as good as the first, almost. We don't have money to pay it. We just don't. That's why we're working so hard to try to build that money, build that credit up, and hopefully, we get the credit score up so the Lord can approve the application. Just like when you want to get a house, you got to have a certain credit score. You got to have a certain credit score in this truth for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and I'm using that in a metaphorical sense. But you need to have a certain credit rating for the Lord to really deal with you. And that credit rating is going to determine if you just of the elect. If the Lord is chosen you from the beginning of the world. Before Jake gets simple and say, oh, you got to have a credit score to be in the kingdom. No. Your ultimate credit score is going to be if you're chosen from the foundation of the earth. That's it. You know. And it says here, for we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why does he yet hope for? All right. But if we hope for what we see not, then we do hope with patience, wait for it, right? Because it's a wait and see. Like, damn, this must be good. I gotta wait this long. Like, the Lord got some shit for us. Like, I know how about Shimmy, how I know they got something nice for us, man. They got something laid out. Like, you can't even put it into words. They gonna have something for us, man. Like, Lord, like, I got you, bro. Like, I know what y'all like. Like, I got you. I got y'all. Like, just chill. Like, I'll be there, man. Be like, can you come on? I'm waiting. You know, like when you waiting, anticipate to go out, you waiting on your homeboy, you taking all day, you call this guy twins. Where you at, man? You coming? Like, bro, I'm down the street. I'll be there. It's an hour going by. Jake time down the street means that he's still at home. So that's how it is with Yahushua, man. Yahushua, look, I'm on my way. Yahushua, hey, he's still picking out that sword. He gonna hack these demons. We still looking at getting the cherry custom made. Like, all right, I'm gonna go down there in this. I'm gonna go ahead and flex on him. So we like, hey, Yahushua, man, you gonna come? You coming? Hey, shit, can I come to the party with you? Can I get invited? I just look, bro, just let me witness it. But it says here. Yep, so that's good on that. So, matter of fact, let me go here to Zechariah. This is in Zephaniah, Slaki. Zephaniah. So this is Zephaniah 3. And I'm going to start at 16. It says, in that day it should be said, Jerusalem, fear thou not, and to Zion, let not thy hands be slack. For Yahweh thy power in the midst of thee is mighty, and he will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love, and he will joy over thee with singing. Woo! And I will gather them that are sorrowful. Man, that's us. I know, hey, bro, brothers being some sorrowful spirits, man, yearning to get the hell up out of here. It says, for the solemn assembly who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. And hey, whose reproach among the nations? The Israelites. It says, but behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halted, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. Man, that's what we getting fame now. Everybody knows about the Israelites. But it's going to come down that every brother is going to get their shine. The Lord is going to put a spotlight under every brother for good. Everything. Every brother is going to be manifested to be something special in the eyes of Yahweh Shai. And the world is going to witness that. The people that have done you wrong, the people that misjudged you, the people that doubted you, that hated on you, that hated you because you were speaking upright and you were just trying to help. These people are going to witness your glory. And these people, ultimately, they're not going to be able to partake in that glory that the Lord has embodied you with, because they didn't believe. They didn't care to believe. They scoffed. They downtrodden. They gainsayed. They disrespected. All right? They disbelieved. They didn't care about the truth. They wanted to do their own thing. They wanted their own way. They wanted to establish their own righteousness when righteousness have been imparted into them. But they wanted to do their own thing based on their own personal merit and based on their own emotions. Those people would not inherit the kingdom on this go round. And Esau, you can forget about it. And it says here, and at that time I will bring you again, even in the time that I gather you. For I will make you a name and a praise among all the people of the earth. And that's what I was breaking down. When I turn back your captivity before your eyes, says Yahweh. So everybody's going to praise the Israelites. And you get people that get mad when we say that. Why you get mad when we say that? Why are we allowed to rejoice and be happy that we're going to be special for once? Why can't we want that? Why our nation is so full of hate? It's crabs in the barrel to the point that they don't want to see their own brothers get exalted, man. Jake hate that. Oh, you just want to be powerful. You want to be a king. Who doesn't? But Esau can be a falsified king on the earth, and he's gloating in his glory. But nobody has a problem with that. The black woman don't trip that the white man is the king of the earth right now. She's with it. But when a black man stand up and say, oh, I'm a so-called king, well, I'm a king, I know this, it's a problem. Because the perception come, oh, what do you mean you a king, nigga? You need to get back, and feel and pick the cotton. You ain't nothing. We'll give you the right to think you so great, because that's that hatred that's been instilled in our people since slavery, and it goes back to them curses. And ultimately, our women, they know once we come back in power, their liberty is up. Their time is up, because the black woman, she's going back in slavery too. But it's not going to be a slavery to the point that's going to be oppressive to her. In fact, she's going to love her position in the kingdom, but she's going to learn the hard way that what she did on this side was totally unacceptable. So, we say have fun now and cry later. Get one more precept here, man. I can go into so many precepts here. Matter of fact, let's go to John 14. This is one of my favorite precepts here. It says, let not your heart be troubled. Ye that believe in the Most High, believe also in me. But in my Father's house are many mansions. This is going into the different planets, the different galaxies. All right. Also, this is going into the elect men of Israel, because we're all going to be pillars in the Lord's house. Like the scriptures say in Revelation, those who overcome it. And I'm going to get that. And it says, if it were not so, I would have told you. But I go to prepare a place for you. And it's took in Yahushua 2,000 plus years to get this place prepared. So there's going to be something magnificent out there. Something that we can't even fathom. And it says, and if I go to prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you into myself, that where I am, there you may also be. All right. So the Lord is coming back to give us glory, man. Why? Because he received his glory. All right. Yahushua received his glory, but it's just not in effect yet, because he hasn't come back to bring justice to the earth yet. He's received his glory in the spirit. And in the spiritual realm, he has the glory. But on the planet Earth, he don't have the glory right now, because he has to come back to establish his throne on the earth. And that's what we're waiting on as men. Because when Yahushua come back, we're going to clown. We're going to clown. We're going to talk shit. We're going to clown. We're going to gloat, like the scriptures say. We're going to trample our feet in the blood of the wicked. We're going to talk shit. We're going to boast. Scriptures say we're going to be proud of you heathens. We're going to boast. We're going to shit on you. We're going to flex on you. We're going to spit on, we're going to do all types of debauchery to you clowns out there, man. And the 2/3 of you just going to get wiped out. You have to come back and learn the right way. Because we're going to be raised up in front of you too. And a lot of you ain't with us raising up either. A lot of you against us. All right. But this is the book of Revelation 2:25. It says, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. That ain't nothing light. All right, to have power over somebody, full just pure raw power to the point that whatever you say goes. You put your foot down. When you come in, the foundations are trembling. People are bowing down. People bring you tribute to. You having your way with whoever. You can pick whatever you want. That's raw power, man. When somebody tremble before you, that's the type of power I want. And that's nothing wrong with that. Because the prophets, they yearn for that. To the point that you're going to learn to fear us, man. We ain't just going to be these little niggas you seen on the corner with these colorful robes on, screaming and yelling. We're going to actually be the embodiment of power. We're going to be the Eptune of power. We're going to be powers. We're going to be gods on the earth again. And that's what we're coming into. And you brothers got to see that. You got to believe it. You got to understand it. You got to know it. You got to speak it into existence. When somebody tries to devalue your character and make you seem like you less than, you got to know in your spirit that you are better than what the hell they're telling you. You got to know that you're a fucking king, man. And that you don't need to tolerate shit nobody got to say to you. You ain't got to accept a damn thing. You know why? Because you're a king. They need to accept you. You don't have to accept them. They need to reverence and respect you. You say what goes. And anybody that don't go along with that, then fuck them. It ain't for them anyway. They find out the hard way. Scripture say the same must know through death by pain. After death by pain. All right. It says, and I will give him power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received to my Father. All right. So brothers, man, we coming into that, man. We coming into that time. All right. Revelation 3:11. Behold, I come quickly, and hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. But him that overcometh, I will make a pillar in the temple of my power. Precept John 14. It says, and he should go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power. And I will write upon him my new name. All right, which his name is Yahweh Shai. It's not going to change it. But that word new goes into the Greek word, or the word renewed, which means it's going to be recycled through the earth, because there ain't going to be no Jesus Christ in the kingdom of heaven, man. That shit going to be done away with on this side. But anyway, with that, all praises and glory and honor is due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone, and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. And with that, shalom and a barbaball.